Kenyatta in Los Angeles. Hey, Kenyatta, you have some thoughts on this?
I do, Tom. I wanted to say that I'm getting a little perturbed, and I knew this would be an interesting week on your program. I don't always get the chance to catch the whole thing, but I made it a point this week. And yesterday, there were several references and calls and in some of your commentary about Donald Trump being a mob boss. And then later in the program, you said wannabe, and I appreciate you doing that because I want to tell you something real quick. I grew up in an area of Los Angeles with a lot of gangsters. I grew up in a Crip set. Now, I was never in a gang. I went to military school and boarded all week because my father was way scarier than the little thugs in the street. But my point is this. When it comes to gangsters, you got to put in work. Donald Trump's never been in a fist fight in his life. He loves the media referring to him as a mob boss. If you know anything about John Gotti, when you're in the mob, you have to go through the ranks. You have to put in work. You know what I mean by put in work.
Yeah, he worked his way up. He became a made man by killing people.
Exactly. And Donald Trump has probably are you kidding me? I mean, it just incenses me, and I know it's trivial, but I wanted to say that. The second
Kenyatta,
point I wanted to make,
kind of for the record, I would say that he is the boss of a very small crime family. I mean, his daughter, his son-in-law, they've all been implicated in numerous crimes. Many of which go back to Trump. His dad was mobbed up. When you see this documentary, when it comes out in a week or three, Where's My Roy Cohn, you will see about how his father was really in tight with the mafia in the Queens. And
I'm aware of that.
So he's I'd say wannabe mob boss, but he's the head of a very, very small crime family. But he doesn't have the he's not a real mob boss. Just like he's. Well, I was going to say he's not a real president. Of course, he actually sits in the White House.
Listen, great minds think alike.
Yeah, you were just going to say the same thing, right?
Yes, I was.
He's an incompetent mob boss, and he's an incompetent president. I mean, that's what it comes right down to at the end of the day.
Listen, this guy has neither sense enough or courage enough to run bathwater. And I know you're coming up on a hard break, so let me say this to you. The comment, which should disturb everyone in this country, and I've been very concerned about this because Donald Trump, indirect threats to people. He did it at his rallies when he was a candidate for the presidency. Get that guy out of here. Beat that guy up. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And his comment about what we used to do to people that were spies and traitors, let me say this. That is very dangerous stuff because what he was saying was, what miserable drones and traitors have I nourished and brought up in my household who let their Lord be treated in such shameful contempt by a low-born cleric?
Yeah.
In other words,
will no one rid me of this meddlesome priest?